Hey, I say we're on.
Are we on?
Ah, pull up the chat on this side. Guess we'll have to give it a minute for people to join. You want to read the chats?
We both can. Movie's on yet?
Nope. What?
Are you the one watcher?
That must be me. Yeah. Hey, Chris. Glad you could make it. How does the audio and video look? Okay. No, it looks like it might be a little dark, and hopefully you can hear us okay. I seen your son on my son's channel. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I appreciate you jumping on his live stream yesterday. That was cool. He's been really getting into doing his online gaming live stream stuff. It's actually what he's doing now. Oh, good, awesome.
He is?
Yeah.
OBS is a
So one of the things, and I guess I'm gonna probably just chat and wait for some others to join. So basically, like usual, jump on and welcome all the new subscribers and have a chat. And I'm exhausted today.
I'm on.
You're not? That's because you're 8.
I'm on. I'm 8.5.
Give it like 30 or 40 years and it might not be as perky.
No, I'm 8.5, not 8.
Oh, 8.5.
You got to have the half.
So yeah, I was outside today running the mill. Ran it yesterday and today. Milled a few pine logs. I have a pretty decent sized stack of pine now, which is good because hey Damon, glad you could join. How you doing? It was warm out today and yesterday. It was awesome. Hey Double Bit, how are you? Hey Falcon's Fury. Good to see you on Ryan's live stream before. That was cool. Yeah, it was like 45 today, 45 yesterday, and I was out milling both days. I have like a bunch of stuff to do in here, but on a day like that, I got to take advantage of it. When you get 45-degree weather in January, you definitely got to take advantage of it up here. It's like t-shirt weather. Everything's melting around us, and everything's wet and slippery because everything's melting and then freezing and melting and then freezing. And then you get a layer of ice, and then you get water on top of that layer of ice. So yeah, that gets nice and slippery. But when I'm over by the mill, it's not as bad because everything's coated in sawdust, so it makes it a little bit easier to walk on. And then we dump our wood stove ashes on the driveway to help with the traction, so that helps. We did. I don't know if I mentioned it in any of my other videos or live streams, but we actually had so much ice on our driveway that her car was parked up at the garage. And I don't know if you've ever seen the driveway. There's like a hill that goes up right to the garage door, and the car was parked right at the garage, right at the top of the hill. And that particular night, the ice was forming that night. So it had been warm that day, and it was like the temperatures just started dropping, everything froze. And I thought I heard the dog barking outside. He was actually inside, but when I looked outside, I didn't see her car. And I'm like, did you move your car? She says, no. And I looked further down the driveway, and the car had actually slid down the driveway backwards into pile of wood. So it's crazy. So many videos in the plastic thing that keep the ends of the logs from cracking too much oil. Solid steel. Massive steel versions. Yeah, they actually it was probably an S iron. I guess that's what they call them, S irons, which is just shaped like an S, and it's metal. And I think a lot of people still use those, but the um, downside of those is you have to remove them before, I guess obviously, before you mill the log, because you can't run your blade through steel, so you have to remove it. The nice thing about the plastic ones is, occasionally I break one when I'm trying to put one in, or it doesn't go in quite right. But you get 1,000 in a box for, it's like, I think like $100, or no, I don't even think it's that, because that came with the hammer and the 1,000 savers for, it was like $120. But I think you can get a box of 1,000 of those probably for like $50, and it's nice because I don't have to pull them out. I can just cut right through them with the bandsaw because they're just plastic, so they just cut right through, and that's why they make them in plastic, so you don't have to take them out. But I know a lot of loggers still use the S irons to keep the checking from happening in the log. I did get outside and I went with the tractor and got one of my mobile home axles to get started on the log. Oh, cool! A log arch. Oh, that'd be cool to see. So with a mobile home axle, that's cool. So you're gonna, I'm assuming you'll probably like tow it with something. And that was Chris. Damon says, sure you can. Yeah, I could try. I might go through all my blades. It wouldn't be the first time I've cut into metal. Nice thing about being out here, though, as opposed to a lot of people running mills and logs, is I don't really get a lot of, like, people call them yard trees from like tree services and stuff. Most of the logs that I have are from the woods, so I haven't run into any metal in any of the logs that I've cut, so I've been lucky, and that'll probably be true for a while because I still have quite a few logs, and most of them came from our property for use behind the tractor. Oh yeah, I would figure the mobile home axle is, you won't be pushing that around. That's cool. Yeah, that'll be real nice. I need to get the forks put on in my backhoe because I've been using the lifting tongs, and it's kind of a pain put the logs on the mill with those. They're great for dragging them around, pulling them out of, like, I pulled a pine log out of the pile today that there's no way I would have gotten them with a fork, with forklift. But the forks would have come in really handy for taking it off the ground and putting it on the mill. So if I can use the tongs to pull some logs over next to the mill and then use the forks to lift them up and put them onto the mill, that would be probably more ideal than what I'm trying to do now. But I milled this weekend and last weekend 5 or 6 decent sized pine logs, and I've got a pretty hefty stack of pine out there now, 2x and 1x material. So that's going to be really handy to use. Plus I have all the pine that I stacked in my garage. So one of my projects that I want to work on coming up is going to be, as soon as all the snow melts and I have a ground to put it on, is we're going to build a chicken coop so we can get chickens again. So that'll be, yeah, this guy here loves chickens and the eggs that come from the chickens, right?
The green ones.
He likes the green eggs and ham.
What? Who's my favorite player?
Yeah, tomorrow you'll hit a nail. Hey, Prats, how you doing? How's the little bull doing? Me and the kids were watching the last video on that. Let's see, Damon says tomorrow you'll hit a nail. Yeah, it'll be right after I put a new blade on, I'm sure. I jinxed myself. Yeah, like Damon said, I'd like to see that. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm the same way with projects. my problem is I get a little ADD with my projects. I start on one, and then I half finish it, and then I start on something else. So yeah, I need to get better at. I need to stop starting and start finishing, like they say at work. That's how you get stuff done. Well, oh, just to see how many people are watching. So just to get an idea if I should wait. Good things take time. Yeah, they do. Yep. Pat's Greenhouse says, "Thank you. He's doing great. Took him out this evening and let him stretch his legs. That's awesome." Yeah, that was really cool to see. That looks like fun. He looks like a cool animal. Yeah. Chris says the wife shook her head yes when I never finish a project. I almost finished the house, sort of. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
most of it.
most.
We have 1 out of 2 well, no. Yeah, both bathrooms need a lot of work.
Need to finish my patio.
Yeah, and I barely started a patio out back, and then we got the snow, and that pretty much squashed that project. And we still have no front porch, so we have to go in and out of the garage. So yeah, I'm really good at starting stuff. I could start stuff like a champ. I just can't finish anything. Hey, Real McCoy, how are you doing? That's Mike McCoy.
Mike McCoy.
Southern Country Living. Just wanted to drop by and say hey. Can't stay long.
Yeah.
Hey, Calvin. How you doing?
Calvin.
So yeah, we got my oldest son's downstairs in the basement. It was funny. Somebody on his live stream says, they say, "Hey, that's child abuse." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They said, "You got him stuck down in the basement." I'm like, "It's hardly childproof. He's got a computer, a camera, video games, internet. I think he's good."
It's not child.
If that's child abuse, I wish I was abused. I just thought that was funny. But yeah, he's downstairs doing his live stream gaming thing that he does. And I do want to say thanks to anyone who did go over there. I put out that quick little shout out video.
I want to learn.
So yeah, I kind of said it was kind of like I don't know, almost felt like a selfish shout out because I'm shouting him out. But he gets excited about that stuff and has a blast, and it's fun to watch him. And he gets excited when more people join and watch, and he gets to chat with people. So yeah, it's cool. Doing good, awesome. Southern Country Living says we're doing great. Good to see you, Real McCoy. See, we got 7 people on. Thirsty.
I kind of want to be online.
Too much caffeine and not enough water, I think, today. So, yeah, the next, I got one more pine log I have to mill, 1 or 2, and then I think, I might have a couple left after that, but most of them are at the bottom of the log pile. So, I keep looking up there, because it's where the screen is, but the camera's right there. Yeah, so there's one big, big 32-inch diameter pine log that I have to cut, and I'm probably gonna have to pull out the Alaska mill for that one. So I'll have to get that out and dust it off for that. But that's at the bottom of the pile, which is probably not a good thing because it's a pine log and it's sitting right on the ground, which isn't great. I've noticed the pine logs after not long period of time, the bugs really get into the bark and sapwood in them and really start eating away. We seem to have a lot of bugs around here that really like chewing through wood. So Chris says, yeah, me and my daughter got onto his live stream last night.
No, the basement's not finished.
No, the basement's not finished. No, it looks like a dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the basement was finished when we bought the house, but after all the mold remediation and all the demolition, I never got around to putting anything back together down there. But I really got to finish the upstairs where most of our living space is before I do anything with the basement. But he likes it down there because it's quiet. And he's 13 and his brother and sister are 8 and 6. So
I'm not annoying.
did you say you're not annoying?
Yes.
Feeling guilty?
No.
So
I'm not
yeah, it's a good place for him to kind of get away and do his thing. Yep, mold.
Put it in
That
caps.
was nasty. Hey, Big Daddy, how are you? Big Daddy says hi. And Chris says, just slab with the chainsaw, then put it on the mill. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 8.5, not 8. Damon said.
Oh yeah.
Yep, sorry about that. I'm, oh, hey, Lois Ann. How are you? She has the gardening and she does other stuff on her channel.
Cool.
Just had supper. Yeah, we just had supper about an hour and a half ago or so. We had a oven roast. It was really good. But yeah, he's down there doing his gaming thing, and Emma's over here playing her little video game, and we got Kyle here playing with his wrestlers. Looks like he's got the Ultimate Warrior and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Lois Ann says, "Good. How are you?" We're good. We're tired today, but we're good.
I'm not tired.
Well, he's not tired, but I think we're tired.
Yeah. I actually want to stay up all night.
I bet you do.
You got school in the morning.
Aww.
Yeah, the weather was warm today, this whole weekend. So yeah, this weekend was great. It was exciting when I got outside and it was warm, and I was pumped because I got to get out and run the mill and do some stuff outside, which I always feel kind of cooped up in the wintertime and everything's cold and frozen, especially towards the end of December, early January, where everything typically drops below zero. Everything's frozen solid. Yeah, like Damon says, it was warm here today. Big Daddy says, had some ham soup and brownies. Oh, that sounds really good. Lois Ann says, I think I sub everyone. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I like to shout out channels to support people, especially the smaller channels that are trying to grow, like myself and
Like me?
others, and like Kyle.
Only like 11 subs.
Except he's a goofball. He likes to just start his live stream and then walk away from his computer for a while.
Well,
I
it's
don't
because
know.
I have to do something. It's not like I
Well,
want to
yeah.
get away.
I guess for those people who like to watch like your
Blank
wall,
screen.
Well,
or
it's not the wall. It's just a black screen.
oh, just a black screen. Oh, even better. There you go. Oh, thanks, Lois Ann. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I like watching her channel. She posts some funny stuff and some really cool stuff. Hey, Damon says, who's this Kyle guy?
Games like
Oh, no.
to raid you.
So, yeah, Game Slugger is my son and his YouTube channel. Like I mentioned, oh, jeez, here he comes. So, yeah, I guess in the gaming, YouTube gaming community, they do this, yeah.
raiding.
They do this rating thing where I guess everyone on a gaming channel is on like a live feed, and they take everybody from the live feed and they all go over to another channel and they do like a hashtag raid thing. And so then all of a sudden you just start, all these random people just start popping up into your live feed. Oh, cool. Oh, thanks, Lois Ann. Yeah, that's awesome. That definitely gets him excited. He loves it. Southern Country Living says, bye, everyone. I got to make a
Bye.
phone call. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great evening.
Bye. Thanks for stopping by. There's, let's see. There's a, by the way, thanks for the sub. Falcon's Fury says, by the way, thanks for the sub, Lois Ann. Yeah, another thing that helps a lot, which I guess I probably don't say a whole lot, but definitely hitting the like button definitely helps out a lot. And trying to kind of mention that in the videos and stuff, if people, you know, don't mind hitting that button, it definitely helps out a lot. And what it does is it tells YouTube that people are engaged, and so they're more willing to suggest your channel or suggest your videos to other people. So definitely helps out a lot. So I always try to remember to do that when I'm on watching other videos or live streams and that sort of thing. But yeah, I actually was thinking about it. There, one channel I wanted to bring up that I thought was really cool, and I don't know if he does subscribe to this channel, but either way, I like watching his videos. Let me pull his.
Fucking really, right?
It's. Yeah, I think they all know who he is.
I know. Some people came from it.
Oh, and I do. While I'm looking this up, I have a special special tool coming in the mail from up north. So I'm looking forward to getting that, and when I do, I'll definitely share it on the video. So yeah, I'm really excited to get that. That's going to be fun. And another thing I want to do is, I just hit 500 subscribers, I think today. So kind of as like an appreciation thing, and something I really want to do because I think it'll be fun, would be to do some sort of giveaway. I know it's kind of like a cliche, everyone does it, but I kind of want to do something fun. And I was thinking of a couple of different things. I could you know, either make something out of wood, like a box or something like that, and give that away, or I have axes that I have to put handles on, if anyone would be interested in that. Or I also have some woodworking tools that I have a lot of old vintage tools that I need to restore. And so the other thing I could do is do a video on restoring like an old hand plane, and then give that away. So I'd be curious what everyone would be interested in, if you would.
Wood?
Wood or wood.
Wood or wood?
Jeez, okay.
Which kind
So let me pull up this channel here, and I'm gonna get a link, and I'm gonna post it in the chat. Oh, Damon says axe ? Could be, could be. So Double Bit says axe would be cool, and I actually have a couple of Double Bit axe heads that I need to put handles on. I actually have a handle for one of them already, so I got to do that. So that's a thought. Will you be doing one every Sunday? We do a live video. We do this every Sunday. If you mean a giveaway, I won't be doing a giveaway every Sunday, but I could
we could try.
give away like sawdust, and
That's
thought about doing like a monthly giveaway or something like that at some point. I think would be cool. And Sylvain Farmer Chick, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. Stopping in for a quick hello. Damon says a new truck.
yes, it is.
I'll see if I can get sponsored
When
by.
I
like,
get a new vehicle, then you can get a new truck.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'll see if I can get sponsored by like Ford or something.
Not a Ford.
Ford. Ford. Ford's
Um,
Golden North. I think that's why they named it Ford.
Damon says hi, Sylvain. Chris says hi, Sylvain. I'm probably saying that wrong. Sylvian. So she says, "Hey, hey, boys."
Hey, hey.
Oh yeah, I meant live. Yeah, yeah. So I try to do a live every Sunday.
Sunday
Um,
live.
It's been typically right around this time, like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Because usually we've done everything we got to do by then with getting our chores and things done around the house and um, getting dinner done and kids showered and ready for bed and that sort of thing. So it's kind of like our little nightcap for the night. Stop in and just jump on, say hi. And favorite,
The fire.
my favorite thing to make in the shop is yeah.
Yeah.
I can make sawdust.
Yeah, you could.
How is Gator? Chris, I'm not sure what you mean. I know. I don't know if you're referring to like Gator's World, his channel. I like Gator's channel. I watch his channel a lot. He's a lot of fun to watch. She says, "I'll take shavings. Our cows like to lay in shavings for bedding." All right.
Mm.
I have probably a lot more sawdust at this point than I have shavings, but once I get down to planing that stuff, I'll have. I guess that's been more chips, but yeah, I guess that would be shavings. But I do get a lot of shavings from using my hand plane, but I think planing off enough shavings for the cows might be a lot of work. I might get tired doing that. Damon says he wants a diesel 4x4. I do too. I'll take one of them too. Let's all give each other trucks. I like that idea.
Look, I want a Ford Chevy.
A Ford Chevy.
Is that even a thing?
No.
Sylvie Ann. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm terrible trying to figure out names
Ford
sometimes.
makes cars and Chevy makes cars. Or trucks.
Gator is my dad. Oh, no kidding. That's cool. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, how's he doing? Oh, asking. Okay. Just learn. How's he doing? Oh, did I miss something? Wait. Huh. I feel like I might have missed something with Gator. I hope he's all right. Double Bit says, "I just learned to drive. I'll take a truck too." Big Daddy 1992 wants a Chevy 3/4 ton, 77 Chevy 3/4 ton. That would be cool. I definitely like the older vehicles in general. I had a 77 Trans Am about 21 years ago, 22 years ago, something like that. But that was a lot of fun. We'll use Trump's money to buy each other's trucks. Yeah, yeah. We should all just get new trucks as our tax returns. I like that idea.
Oh, Trump's money.
Donald Trump.
Dollar Trump.
So yeah, let's see.
Is that $100?
What's this? Oh, hey Pappy, how are you? Thanks for jumping in. Love the video of the laptop stand. Oh, thanks. I actually owe everybody 2 more videos on that. I have one that's just about done editing, and I'm hoping to have that done tonight. It'll be a good little project where I can kind of just lay back and use my laptop stand and edit video. The reason I've been having trouble editing video is I'm having a problem with my, unfortunately, brand new computer, and I've already had to repair it once, and so this time I'm actually sending it out to be repaired. So it's in a box all packaged up, and so right now I'm using my Works computer, so I have to download and install the video editing software on that tonight so I can get back to editing those videos. I had to back it all up onto a hard drive so I don't lose it, because I'm sending it out to them and I don't trust it's going to come back with my data on it. I hope it does, because I don't want to have to put it all back. But so the link I just posted into the chat is for channel Railwine, and he's only got, I think, like 28 subscribers, which is amazing to me, because I really like watching his videos. He builds stuff out of wood. He just finished building a small cabin by himself, and it was just a lot of fun to watch. And I see other channels that do the same thing, and things similar to that have been pretty successful doing stuff like that, and that I like to watch. So it's actually kind of surprising that he doesn't have more subscribers. So I put a link down in the chat below. I would definitely, check his channel out. Check out some of his videos. He builds chicken coops and sells them, and so it's pretty neat to see some of the projects he does. So just wanted to mention that.
Hi, old not dead.
Hey, Scott, old not dead. How are you? We are doing good. It was good to see you on Ryan's live feed. I appreciate that. That was really nice to do. Definitely helps him out a lot, just even personally. I know he enjoys that, seeing other people come on. Ask your son, what is your favorite thing to do with either mom or dad? What is your favorite thing to do with either me or mom?
To fix electronics with you.
To fix electronics with me? Are you sure?
Yes.
That's your favorite thing to do? Fixing electronics?
Not playing baseball in the yard as a family?
Well, yeah, that too.
Playing baseball, or how about stacking firewood?
Oh,
What?
that's a big ass.
Not a big fan of that? Yeah, so we actually did. I have a video on the channel of me and this guy here splitting firewood. We had fun doing that, didn't we? I thought that was pretty cool. He's 8 years old. 8.5 years old, and he likes to run the log splitter. He's really good at it.
Super safe.
I've taught him good, and he's learned really good. He's very safe with it, and just really does a good job. So, Old Not Dead says hello all. Chris says, hey Scott.
Hey Scott. Hey Scott.
See, I'll support. So Old Not Dead says I'll support him as much as I can. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Definitely means a lot. Awesome. So Sylviane says, awesome. Oh yeah, baseball. Thanks, kiddo. Yep, and he loves playing baseball, and he also does some of his other sports that he just started ice skating, which he seems to really like, and
I fall sometimes.
he falls sometimes.
Wrestling.
And then, yeah, the big thing he's into the most is wrestling. He
Wrestling,
does
baseball.
wrestling at, him and his sister both do wrestling as a sport, and he also loves watching wrestling. So.
Like WWE on TV.
Damon says, spend their money or annoy them. Yep, actually, that's probably your favorite thing, right?
What?
Spending my money and annoying you?
No. That's not my favorite thing.
It's just one of the things you like to do.
No.
It's a hobby.
No.
You're good at it.
I don't like spending your money.
Oh, so Falcon's Fury said Ryan's stream just ended. He's gonna join this one. Hey, that's cool.
You want to?
He's coming out of the basement. Who let him out?
Hello Neighbor, the guy who made Hello Neighbor, or something like that.
Oh, Chris, your son's been running a fever all weekend. I hope he feels better. But yeah, like I was saying, the rail line, his channel's pretty cool. I like to watch him. But yeah, so I like to, once in a while when I think of a channel that doesn't have a whole lot of people subscribing and something that I like to watch, I figure I'd throw it out there. And a lot of people here in the chat, obviously have channels, and I'm sure a lot of you are subscribed to each other. So it's a great community here where we all get to kind of support each other. So Falcon Fury says, yeah, I've been running a fever. My dad thinks I have the flu.
Well, if you have the flu, please go to a doctor.
Yeah, lots of fluids, lots of sleep. Definitely helps a lot. Emma and I had the flu.
Well, she didn't technically have the flu.
They did a flu test, but they say that the tests aren't the most accurate, or I don't know whatever the best word is for it, but yeah, they're not perfect. So if they say that they don't have the flu, it doesn't mean that they don't. But I think with the symptoms that we had with super high temperatures, and I had really low blood pressure, which was kind of weird, a double ear infection, and yeah, so it was not a good time. But we're doing good now.
Yeah.
Chris, tell him to run it right out of the house and tell it to never come back. I like that idea. Let me know how that works out, because I'd like to know how to do that too. So when it comes again, we can tackle it and get it out of here. I'll have to have Kyle do some of his wrestling moves on it.
Or do like double fist?
So Old Not Dead says, "Hey everyone, don't forget to get." Oh, ha. Thanks Scott, I appreciate that.
What?
Thumbs up.
Yeah,
man.
everyone, if you haven't
Yeah.
given this video a thumbs up, I definitely would be very grateful and appreciate it. He's been getting a lot of sleep, and I've been giving him Theraflu to all of us. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Emma and I drank a lot of water, and we always call her Mother Hen.
Yes.
Because if you're not drinking water or not eating the right thing, or you get in the car and you even try to leave the driveway without a seatbelt on, she's right on you. So she takes care of us. She keeps us out of trouble.
Sometimes leave it. Not all the time, but
You know,
most
you
of the
think
time.
she's a pain.
So Old Not Dead says, "Hey Mike, have to run. Just stopped in to say hi and give you a thumbs up." Hey, good night, Scott. I appreciate you stopping by. So I am also gonna do. So there's been quite a few subscribers this week,
Yeah.
but of course, I only see the ones that share their subscribers. So if I miss anyone, it could be that your privacy is set to not show when you subscribe. So I'm gonna pull these up, because I just like to share everybody's name when they subscribe as kind of like a thank you. So today is the 27th. So we go back to the 20th. See if I remember where I left off here.
Okay, the 21st.
Yeah, so I think I don't think I mentioned that one last time. So January 22nd, we had, that would have been Monday, right?
The 28th was Saturday.
Okay, yep. So 22nd, we got Old Vet 1946, John Lamb, Jay Thomas, Skitter Kev. Skitter Kev's got a channel too. I subscribe to him. So yeah, I would definitely check out his channel. John Pierce and Sylvianne. Thanks you for subscribing. Ben Bro. Then a couple days later we had, and there was some in between probably, but like I said, it doesn't always show. Plus YouTube's notification system has been broken for a month or two. I'm not sure why, but the notifications don't always come through the way they're supposed to. I even found myself like unsubscribed from channels because I wonder why I didn't see notifications. I go back and it shows that I'm not subscribed anymore. So it's some weird stuff. But just dentures. I don't know if he's a dentist and he sells dentures, or if it's like adventures and it's just dentures. That's interesting. So yeah, anyway, thanks for subscribing. Oaks Justin, Bob Green, The Fishing Hobby, and I know The Fishing Hobby's got a cool channel. If you're into fishing, he's got a lot of fishing videos. Larry Hayes, Bob Bergman, Lake Bum. I know I've seen Lake Bum on some other channels. I appreciate you subscribing. Dennis Sorrow. Hey, and it says Chris Cox. It says you subscribed to me today. Oh wait, You know what that might have been? So some of these subscribers could be from. I do have another channel that. That's probably how. That's probably where you subscribed. I'm guessing, Chris. The I do have another channel where I do videos on too. And then Jim Allison, which was this morning. So thank you everyone for that, for subscribing. I appreciate it. And yeah, when it comes to like the new YouTube rules, never really let it bother me too much because, of course, my channel's never been big enough to really make a whole lot of money. I've never gotten anything from YouTube, so I'm not really, it's not really breaking my heart that bad because I wasn't getting anything in the first place, so I didn't lose anything, nothing gained, nothing lost, so, you know, it is what it is. Let me catch up on some of the comments here. Double bit to CS to Scott. Everyone's saying goodnight to Scott. Damon says, don't subscribe to the float.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to avoid that channel.
I'm gonna try to at least.
I'm going to channel that away from me. So Chris says, he's trying to keep us all going. We all had strep at the beginning of the week and been taking antibiotics. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, that's no fun. Ear infection, sinus infection, strep throat, that stuff is just... What?
Thumbs down on that.
Oh, thumbs down on the strep throat, yeah.
Yeah.
TJ's Woodworking, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, bud. TJ is in the house. What's up, my awesome friends? Oh, Chris said, yeah, my other channel. Yep. Yeah, I have a drones channel, a channel where I upload any videos that I take on my drone when I fly it. I haven't put one on. I put a video on there for probably at least a month, maybe two, just because of the weather. I don't really fly it in the snow. Let's see. TJ says, Double Bit. Hey, my friend. Double Bit says it's going pretty good. Yourself? Double Bit. Hey, my little brother, I just subbed you, my friend. Hey. Double Bit, my little brother. So yeah, like I was saying about the YouTube kind of changing their thing, I know a lot of people have been commenting on it. I haven't really done any like videos specific to it. I didn't really feel like I needed to. I know enough people have said to said a lot about it as it is. It definitely discourages people. I know that, and I know it's a hard thing to take when you kind of work towards a goal and you finally reach that goal. So I started YouTube last April, towards the end of April, early May, and it was, I think, shortly after that, or yeah, I think it was a little bit after that, they started the 10,000 view rule. We had to have 10,000 views to be monetized, and then now just recently they changed that to you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in the course of the past rolling 12 months. And believe it or not, I actually have consistently the watch time over the past few months. So if I keep going at that pattern, I'm going to have twice as much hours of watch time that I need, but I only have half as much subscribers as I need. And when you look at the analytics, you can see that I think like 90% of the videos that the views and the watch time I get come from people that aren't subscribed. So I get a lot more views and watch time than I have subscribers. But we'll get there. That's my goal. Is now 1,000 subscribers, and you know we'll get there over time shortly. you know, slowly. I just like doing the videos and sharing the stuff that I do, and it's fun for me. The editing part is a little bit tough because I have to sit down at my computer for a long time, and it's what I do for a living, so it's kind of sometimes a hard thing for me to sit and do for a long time.
It's gonna take a long time.
So Doublebit says, I subscribe to you too.
That's not bad.
Big Daddy Pat is in the house. How you doing, Big Daddy Pat? We are doing well. We're enjoying the balmy 45-degree weather today. And I'm wondering what the weather looks like for tomorrow, actually.
Probably cold.
It's probably going to drop back down below zero or something crazy like that, being in New England. Who knows what's going to happen. But it looks like overnight we're going to get below freezing again, but it's not too bad. It's going to get down to like 23. And then looks like tomorrow will be right exactly at freezing, so about 31, 32 degrees, which that's not bad. I'll take that. That's not bad at all. We don't really have, from what I can tell, any snow in the forecast in the near future. Looks like maybe late in the week or next weekend possibly, but that could completely change between now and then, because in New England the weather can change in a matter of minutes. We were supposed to get rain all night last night. Hey, thanks, buddy. Ryan gave me a kiss.
Me
Me
too.
too.
So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad we're not going to get any snow, and at least the temperatures won't be, you know, below zero. It's not below zero. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see. Double Bit Craftsman. TJ says, Double Craftsman, thank you so much, brother. I like your videos too. Good job. Double Bit says, my goal was 10,000 views, not because I wanted to make money really, but more for the bragging rights. Yeah, you know, and it's kind of cool. It's you know, it gives you a goal, something to reach for, and you know, it's good for people to have goals. It gives you a sense of accomplishment when you accomplish that goal, when you've reached your goal, and you know, you can set a new one to, you know, another goal to reach. It makes it fun. It's like a, you know, like a game, like a video game.
Say hi, Ryan.
And me.
Hello.
Ryan says hi. He just got off his live video gaming.
Done. You also gave yours.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Damon says, Mike, don't try that wood stove thing that Ben showed us.
What did Ben show you?
I'll show you the video after, but he started his wood stove with a flamethrower.
Hi guys.
It was like it's like a propane torch, but it shoots. Well, you've seen mine.
Yeah. I'm
I
surprised
actually-
you haven't caught our house on fire.
I actually have one of those.
Hey,
But maybe I'll do a video on using it.
Emma, can you please get out of my
Although if I do a
house?
video on using it, if it goes bad, you might not see it. I don't need evidence out there.
That the fire.
Damon says, not bad at all. Yeah, no. Definitely can. I'll definitely take these temperatures. Big Daddy Pat says, doing good. It was 50 yesterday, 30 today, and 20 tomorrow. Yeah. There's been just some major swings in the weather. I remember one day where we had like 10 below zero, and then within, I think, 12 or 24 hours, it went from like 10 below zero to 55 degrees. It's just, and we had like flood warnings because everything was melting, and that day it actually rained too, like 2 inches. Hey Ryan, Damon says, where's mine? I'll share you, I'll email you a chocolate.
Is there any like numbers or anything?
He says, hi Ryan.
Hello.
Hey, Roy.
And Damon says, no! He doesn't want to see me play with fire. I only had one major incident.
The problem with Mike and fires is he forgets that he lights the fires.
Not that bad. Well, that wasn't the problem with that big fire.
Well, no,
That-
but you do
you
leave
thought it
fires
was
unattended.
Yeah.
You thought it was out and then you just walked away.
Oh, cool. Chris says he bought the Harbor Freight torch about a month ago, and he used it for the first time yesterday. What did you use it for?
Putting my face?
I used mine once to saw the locks out on my truck because it was frozen and I couldn't get in. But the effect that it had on the paint job wasn't good. But
Did you for your truck?
it was I had a Ford Ranger. The
I didn't
yellow.
know you-
Oh, you're
Yeah,
Ford Ranger?
I went out there and I couldn't get into my truck because the key wouldn't go in and I had to thaw it out.
The yellow one?
The yellow one. Yeah,
Oh, that one.
yeah, it was like a 20-year-old truck.
I kind of like that one though.
I'm usually not.
It was a beast to drive.
Yeah, I usually get myself beaters because I tend to run into things and
On purpose.
not really on purpose. Just I don't. When I'm riding around the yard and stuff, I'll back up until I feel something, and then I know I've gone far enough.
Well,
I feel my way across the
sometimes
property.
you have us out there guiding you.
Yes. Yep. The kids are very good at guiding me.
Yes.
That's one thing I am always very careful about, and making sure that I always know where they're at. So.
We can just guide you so you know where you're at.
Um,
You watch us.
Damon says, "Did you win the M&Ms?"
No M&M's here.
Well, Ben Sawmill is doing a giveaway on his channel, where he is giving away. I told you about that. He made 2 cutting boards, one for him, one for his wife. Now you want a cutting board, don't you?
You owe me a spice rack.
And an Adirondack chair.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he's got 2 cutting boards. He made one for his wife and one to give away.
Yeah.
And then he filled like a wine glass with M&Ms and he put it on a video and kind of showed it to everyone. And whoever gets closest, I think closest without going over, will win the cutting board. So it's. And then I asked him. I said, can we make the M&M second place? Chris says he burn a trash pile. Oh, cool. No tires in your trash pile? Yeah, Damon says back it up till it sounds expensive. Yeah, I already had a friend of mine do that for me.
Oh, when you ran into the top strip?
Yeah, my friend Paul, I had a Ford Expedition and
This isn't really.
my friend, he was backing down the driveway with my truck to move it when we were working in the yard, and he backed into the dumpster and blew out the back window.
Mike's friends are a little crazy.
But he was
They drink beer
they're
sometimes.
normally fine.
No, they're
not
not.
even drunk, wasn't he?
Probably.
Probably too drunk.
He likes his beer. No tire in this one. Oh, cool. Gotta save the black smoke for night, right? So nobody sees it. He trashed it. Yeah, like I get I think it's a 96 Jeep Grand Cherokee out there that I use for pulling trailers around, and I usually have to jump start it, even though it's got a brand new battery in it. So it's a draw on the battery somewhere. I've just never bothered looking because it takes like 2 days for it to draw enough off the battery that it won't start. But I don't use it that often, so usually every time I have to jump start it.
No, it's like
And the window doesn't go up in it.
One of the windows doesn't work going up and down, so it's duct taped shut. And
It's a beauty.
it doesn't always stay running because I think the idle control is sticking. And I have a new one, I just have to put it in. But
I was being sarcastic.
I just put brand new shocks and brakes in it and new tires, and so it runs and drives good, and it's 4x4, and that it will go anywhere. And it's a 318 V8, so it'll pull my trailer, and I can pick up logs with it. And I won't do that with my new car. My new car couldn't do that anyway.
yeah.
So
He gave his new car to his wife.
I guess I should call it her new car now.
Well, she took it with no asking.
Hey, it's a lot cheaper on gas.
Yeah, and I don't really leave home that much. I'm a bit of a hermit, so
You normally
I got a new
always-
car and it just sits out there, so yeah. It's here when I need it, but what was I gonna say? So yeah, hopefully I'll do a giveaway in the next week or so. I have a whole boatload of videos to edit. Yeah, Damon says it has character. See, that's the way I look at it. It has character. It's got little quirks, but you know, none of them bother me. It has a radio, which you know, it was actually an upgrade from the last car I had.
Come on, my Pilot doesn't even have a radio
Yeah,
because of you.
that's another reason. Her car doesn't, her radio doesn't work, so another reason she likes my car. But I never listen to the radio, so
You don't really care, so.
it doesn't bother me. But yeah, I'm hoping to work on some sort of giveaway. I could maybe make another laptop stand if somebody would like that. I could give away
I would like one.
some of the, yeah, well, I'll show you how to make one. Like I said, I got some woodworking tools. Probably get a chisel set I could give away. I could freshly sharpen those up and send them out to someone if they'd be interested in that. Or I could make something in the shop, something small, and send that out. An axe. It seemed like some people sounded like they might. Why don't you sing to her? Damon says.
Let
you
it
go.
go. Let it go.
Yeah, no.
I can't hold it back anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just bring me along for the ride, and I'll just.
What are you
serenade
gonna do? Sit in the car while I go to work?
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll just be your radio.
Your singing's not that great.
Yeah. Oops. Hey, Gene. How you doing? Thanks for joining.
Hey, Gene. Or hygiene.
Good hygiene is good to have. Yeah. But I was actually saying hi to Gene.
Jean's her name.
Oh.
His,
Is
um,
Hygiene?
hi, Gene.
You're supposed to have good hygiene. So.
Well, we have good hygiene. We just took showers.
Well, yeah.
I
So
did.
we're in good shape. Ryan's stinky.
Well, that's because I take showers in the morning.
But, but yeah, so I don't know. Maybe the X thing is a good idea. I have a lot of X heads, and I don't technically need them all. But I got them from a friend locally here who has a like a antiques collectible shop, and he does scrap metal also. So
he just collects junk.
he gets a lot of he gets a lot of scrap metal stuff. I actually have a piece of a railroad that I showed on I think one of the live streams that I did. And I've got a pickaxe head. Got a bunch of axe heads. I've gotten some tools from him, and so it's definitely fun to go down to his shop and
Get some toys?
shop around and get some toys. Yeah, big boy toys.
He's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Kyle actually got a little wrestling character from him.
I can show you.
Yeah.
It's the ref I use.
Yep.
Because he got clothes.
So the
They're
big
not
thing
like
I
this guy.
need to focus on, which I like to do at night too, because I can't work outside, so I usually work on it at night, is editing videos, and so I'm gonna get around to getting those done. I gotta focus on getting the laptop stand. Now I did a video today that actually I might just kind of piece it together and just upload it, because it was it's just me cutting a pine log today and stacking it, and really not much to edit with it. So
I kind of want the Hershey.
So I might throw that out there and then work on finishing those laptop stand videos. I gotta put the editing software on this laptop so I can edit that. And I've actually been using my new camera lately. I have a much nicer camera than I was using before. And I also have a lavalier mic, so I've been wearing that. It's a wireless mic, so no matter where I'm at, the sound comes through a lot better.
Not like
Ryan.
the mic. Dad, not like the mic that you tried to use.
Yeah, no, not like that junk mic that I got. So Damon says gamers are like that. They forget to shower.
I don't forget to shower.
Did you shower today?
No.
No.
He'll shower tomorrow before he goes to school.
No, he didn't wake up and take a shower. He woke up and jumped on the computer
I did.
Oh, while we're watching.
after you had your donut.
And
No.
it's frozen.
Oh yeah, and this morning we watched the movie Frozen with Emma.
Yeah, man.
So I think that's
Wait,
like
can you
her
look at me?
favorite movie.
Emma,
But-
what's your favorite movie?
So yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on. Want to get the laptop stand videos done. I have a few more other videos to edit, and next thing I'll be doing out on the mill will be milling the couple of pine logs that I have left. I gotta then swap out the blade. The blade that's on there's got a few chipped teeth on it, but I've actually been keeping an eye on the boards and making sure they're still coming out. They're actually still coming out flat, but it's frozen pine, which seems to saw really nice and easy, so that's nice. Double Bit says, gotta go, thanks all.
Oh,
Thanks for coming by, Double
you're
Bit.
welcome.
So yeah, we'll be shutting this down in just a couple minutes and getting off to bed for school and work, and we all love Mondays.
I
Yeah.
don't.
No.
No, we don't.
So
Stop, Ram.
It's 8:15. Seriously, look.
so
This is
Chris
what
says
Tom Sutcliffe's music
planned to
is.
saw some pine, but it started to rain when I got home with the axle. Oh,
Look,
that's a bummer. Originally it was supposed to rain today, but it decided not to. So I'll take that for sure. Gene says 52. When I grow up, I want to get a sawmill. Yeah, I started out, I didn't plan on getting one as soon as I did, but I was excited to be able to make my own lumber because I had just cleared some of my property and I'd had some logs milled just a couple years before that, and I liked having the wood here from the property. I built my mantle and fireplace around and all that out of that wood, so I was excited to take all the logs that from the trees that I cut down. Originally, I was just going to make firewood, but then I thought, man, I really should make some lumber out of it. It would be so. Then I was going to bring it down to a friend of mine who has a couple of bandsaw mills, and then I thought, with like 50 logs, bringing that stuff down to him is going to be a lot of work as it is, and then I'm going to have to pay him to mill them, which is I don't mind, but I thought about I could invest the money into a sawmill. So what I did was I got a new chainsaw, well, new to me chainsaw, Steel MS660 94cc chainsaw. I got an Alaskan mill and I started milling with that, and then I realized how much work that was, and looking at a pile of 50 logs and said, there's no way I'm going to mill all this. And most of it's red oak, so it's a lot of work to cut through, and I'd probably kill the saw before I finished, or myself. But
Not yourself.
so yeah, I was like, nope, can't do it, can't keep doing it this way. So I either need to bring it, at that point I decided I either need to bring these logs to a mill or turn them into firewood or mill them myself, and I'll have to get a bandsaw mill. So I thought, and I had already been selling slabs and wood using my chainsaw mill, so I thought, I could sell a lot more of it if I got a bandsaw mill because I could cut a lot more wood. I'm not selling any right now only because a lot of it is covered with snow because the canopy that I had covering it collapsed on the wood, so it's covered in canopy tarp and snow. So I can't really sell it. I've had a lot of people interested and a lot of people wanting to come buy some, but it's just really hard to get to, and what is exposed is wet, and so once the good weather comes, that stuff will dry and I'll be able to sell. I have a lot of wood out there, and way far more than I'm going to use. But the cool thing is I get to pick what I keep. So in the basement I have some nice hickory slabs that are almost dry enough to use. So I'm excited about using them. But I decided to get the bandsaw mill. And what I thought was, I called them and I asked them if there was some way you could finance it, and they said, talk to a bank and all that. And then it dawned on me, when I got this thing in the mail, it says, you're approved for a credit card. And I hate credit cards. I don't believe in using credit cards like on a regular basis. But I found a credit card that was 0% interest. And so then I decided, well, I was going to take out a loan. I was willing to make payments on a loan for the mill. So basically, by using the card, it's basically going to be a 0% interest loan, is the way I look at it. So I do make payments on it every month, and enough to pay it off in the course of a year. and initially I was using the money I was making from selling the lumber up until we started getting heavy snow, and then so soon we'll be able to do our taxes, and the tax return will help pay off a chunk of that. And then come spring, I'll have a lot more wood to sell, and I'll have it all paid off within that first 12 month, 0% interest. So that's kind of my plan for that, and how I was able to do it without actually having the cash up front to do it. But it was one of those things. I'm like, I really need to get it now, or I need to do something else with the logs, because the logs can't just sit there and rot. So I felt like I was able to justify it, right?
Right.
Um,
Right. Straight or right. Straight or
let's
right.
see. Dan Keys? Oh, I'm guessing they mistyped something there. Falcon's Fury says, I'm back.
Back
Chris
at
Cox says, I wanted a mill for many years and then finally got one. Yeah, I did want one for a while. I watch people and watch videos of people cutting, and thing that one of the channels that obviously really got me into the whole sawmill idea was watching Matt Cremona and him mill. Yeah. But Matt Cremona and him build his sawmill himself, and build his trailer and all that. I have a trailer that I'm working on that actually I'm hoping to kind of replicate what he did. I already have the winch mounted to it,
Where'd you
and
get the money?
I just need to build the steel frame for
Oh, no, that was me.
the arch that pulls the logs on
It's
the
just
trailer.
attached
But
to the thing.
like I was saying, I thought, hey, it would be cool to build my old sawmill. But like I was saying earlier, I'm really good at starting projects and not finishing them, and a sawmill is a huge project. So I thought, that's probably not a good start for me to build a sawmill. And now that I actually have one, I can see how they go together, how they work. I have a really good idea of, kind of the engineering behind it a little bit by using one. So if I do decide to get a bigger sawmill, I might build my next one. And that would only be if I need to be able to cut larger logs. And at this point, I haven't had a need to do that. Most of the logs, this one will mill logs up to 30 inches in diameter, and I haven't needed to do that. I have one log out of like 50 that are too big for the mill, and I still,
One.
Yeah.
We had to use the chainsaw for it.
Yep. So I'll have to use the chainsaw for that one, so no big deal. So far so good. Damon says he wants a wood miser mill, and I have a feeling that. So there's actually a channel that I watch. He's got a wood. There's a few channels I watch that have wood miser mills. There's one I've been watching for a long time. Out of the Woods. I actually got one of his T-shirts because I really like watching his channel, and he's got his own sawmill. Actually, mills wood, sells the wood. He cuts trees down. He does woodworking, so he's a lot of fun to watch too. So, yeah, he's another channel I like to watch. He's got a wood miser. I think it's a LT40. I'm pretty sure. Portable sawmill. So yeah, that sawmill looks awesome. It's got a lot of automatic stuff where it flips the log, and you can just roll the log onto the kind of like the forks, the log lifter loader thing on the side of the mill, and so it's so much easier for loading. All the hydraulics and automatic stuff that are built into it look really cool. I have a friend who's got an LT35 wood miser, and for the most part, I know he's happy with it. His full-time gig is selling lumber, so he has two sawmills. He has a Norwood and a wood miser, which he runs the wood miser primarily. Kyle's talking. But I know he's really happy with that. I know he's had some issues with the electronics in it a couple times, and had to like wait on parts and stuff, which really kind of causes him heartache, because he's got another mill, but it's not as big and it's not as automatic, so it's more work for him. But overall, from what I've seen, the wood miser mills are really good. The 35, yeah, the 35 seems like a really nice mill. Wood miser would be cool. Oh, okay. Out of the Woods has an LT35. Okay. Yeah, so that's actually the same exact mill that my friend of mine has. It's a really nice mill. He loads his mill with an excavator. A friend of mine does. Pratt's Greenhouse says, you can't beat that. Credit cards are not a bad thing if you are disciplined. I have to purchase some supplies that way, but it's always the first thing paid off. Exactly. Yep. And that's how we do it. I'll use a card if either I'm earning cash back and I'll pay it off monthly, or I'll get a card if it's 0% and I planned on wanting, buying something with it. And it's kind of my way to get a 0% loan. So it works out, because you're not going to go to a bank and get a 0% loan, but credit cards companies will give you 0% credit cards just to get you onto their plan. So my plan is paid off, and then I'll close the card because I don't really need it. Let's see. You can have them. Chris says, I don't plan on going into production. Yeah, I don't see myself like going into like a full-time production thing, but selling wood part-time, I'm sure I'll probably do for a long time. It is fun too to meet a lot of the people that come and pick up the wood, and they talk to you about the projects and things that they're going to do with them. I've had several people send me pictures back of things that they've made with them, and so that's a lot of fun too, is meeting all those people. I sell it fairly inexpensive too, so that probably is another reason why people are always asking me for if the wood's still available. I get a lot of messages online. Is this still available? Because I have some old ads out there that I still haven't taken down, and I haven't posted any new ads, but I'm sure I'll start posting some more and getting some wood sold this spring. Come in your spot. Well, we'll be done in a few minutes.
Kyle, do you want to say her?
So Damon says, I love the LT70. Oh man, I bet that's like $50,000 or probably more. Those wood misers are big money. But if you're going to do it for production, I suppose it's, the way to go.
No.
Chris says, I saved the money up, then I got a card so I could order the mill. Paid off the first month. That's good, yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of my plan. I mean, I've already paid off a couple $1,000s of it, so far so good. There was a period where I was getting, selling enough lumber. I could, some months I had probably sold $500 or $600 worth of wood in a month. And that's just by throwing up a couple small ads. So if I actually start pushing it more as more of like a business, I might be able to, do even better. So I'm hoping that works out. And on top of that, I'll probably end up doing firewood at some point. Yes, dear. Gene says, I wanted to build a shop and build more stuff, which is why I want one. Yeah, I see a lot of people buy them. I'm actually in I have a Facebook account, but it's kind of a funny thing. I have a Facebook account with no friends in it, only because I don't really actually use the account as like a social media account. I use it for just going into like my woodworking groups and my sawmill groups. So I'm in some sawmill groups on there, and a lot of people I see will they buy the sawmills to build themselves a house. I had a friend who rented a sawmill and bought a 20-acre lot, cut the trees down, rented a sawmill, milled the wood, and then built a house with it. Wow. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, and actually my goal is hopefully in the next year or two I can build myself a timber frame shop over on the property next door that we just purchased. Yes. Pratt's Greenhouse says, smart Chris clocks don't. No, Pat.
But that's my sport.
Sometimes it's the only way to purchase.
But that's my sport.
My card was at my bank, so it was 0%. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. Little one looks sleepy, yes. So I was actually just going to say that the natives here are getting restless. So, and it is right at their bedtime, and you can see how excited they are about that. So anyway, I definitely appreciate everybody jumping on and watching, and you should see some new videos coming out here very soon. And I will talk to you all soon. And like I said, if you don't mind, if you haven't hit the like button, if you don't mind hitting that. I know you don't like to hear all this, but at least I don't. Thumbs down for me on that. But so I'm gonna go lay down with these guys and get some sleep. Boo! Well, gotta do what you gotta do. So have a good one. Take care, and I will see you all again very soon. Hope you're all doing well. Have a good night.